Hello everyone, it's the Artsy Amateur. I know I'm at a different angle today, but I kind of wanted to try something new and have you guys kind of be able to look down and see more of the painting that I'm doing. So this one I'm really excited about. I did a painting called Terramore a few weeks ago, and it's these beautiful earthy colors, a lot of movement, a flip and lip with some beautiful cells. So I wanted to do something very similar, but using this beautiful grass green as my primary color. So we are going to be using a 24 by 30 inch gallery wrapped canvas from Artist Loft. And we're gonna need about 25 ounces of paint today. So I'm going to layer 3 of these cups, flip them, pull them up, and then lip them so we can get some beautiful earthy designs. I'm really excited about my color combinations today. I've been doing some glitter pours, and if you haven't watched some of my glitter ones, go back and watch them. They're beautiful. But I wanted to get back to some like the more earthy, organic tones. Okay, going through my colors. This first one, actually let's start from the other side. Let's start from the main one. So it is a combination, these are both Master's Touch. It's a combination of grass green, but also pearlized dark green. So I would say probably about 2/3 of this and 1/3 of this. And then I mixed that with Floetrol, and it is a beautiful green, emerald forest green color. I'm so excited to use it. I've used it before and it turns out beautiful. The next one is one of my favorites. It's just the warm gray, again from Master's Touch. And this just adds a lot of balance. You can't have earthy colors without this warm gray tan. It's so pretty. To add a little pizzazz, I am going with gold from Master's Touch liquid acrylic. So these two were just mixed with the Curate pouring medium. We don't have any Floetrol in them at all. And then this last one is one of my favorites as well. I always use this. This is Raw Umber, again, Master's Touch liquid acrylic. And I did use Floetrol. So we're going to have a mix of paints that do have Floetrol in them and don't have Floetrol in them. And I wanted to add a lot more green this time. I always go skimpy on the green and then I regret it. So I want to try to do that. All right, let's get started. So I am going to start with a green at the bottom of the first and last cup here. And I've done this before where I kind of make this ombre, if you will, color to where I kind of put these on the ends, coming in with that. Speaking of the devil, I want to add just a little bit of the brown here. And a little bit of this brown goes such a long way, so just be careful if you're using it. All right, then for my center cup, I think I'm gonna put the gold on the top, just so it has a lot of pizzazz. I'm excited for that. And then come in with the green. So I do want it, to not look like a totally different cup. All right, then I think what we can do is layer tan on both of these. Or actually all 3 of these. Why not just do all 3? I am going to save a little bit of the tan for the edges though. So I probably will see if I'm going to use any more of it. But I do want a flow extender. So, all right. And then I didn't use gold yet on the edges. So let's go ahead and do that now. This gold's going to be so pretty. Woo-wee. All right, then I am going to add just a little bit of brown in the middle here. Again, not a ton, because it is very rich. All right, let's go in more with some green. And I'm going to add only like a little bit on the edge here, because it seems like we have a lot of that. We have a lot of green on the end cups. All right. Well, let me see. What one do I want to do next? I think the middle, I'm going to do the gold again. Okay. maybe just one more thing of brown on each. I'm just gonna do a little bit of brown, a little bit of brown. Okay. All right. And then a little bit of green in the middle here. Balance it out. A little bit more. Maybe I will just use a tiny bit more tan on the ends. Okay. And then let's top everything off with the gold. So there's quite a bit of gold in here, so expect some really pretty transitions between the green and the gold. That's going to be beautiful. All right. That cup is done. That one is probably done. And then I think I'm just going to do this last little bit of green on all three. And I had to strain this green. I tell you what, I've made the mistake before of not straining any green. This color green, for whatever reason, decides to clump up more than others. So I've got myself into trouble a few times by not doing that. So. All right, let me get my gloves on, and then we can get to flipping. Okay, I did forget to mention that I do have my back and edges taped underneath here with some craft paper. You'll see it while I'm tilting, but I did forget to mention that. And it just keeps a beautiful clean line, so I have been loving to do that. Just move some stuff out of the way. All right, you guys ready to get going? All right, let's do this. I'm gonna start over here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, flip. 1, 2, 3, flip. Ooh, boy. All right. 1, 2, 3, flip. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful already. I'm loving it already. All right, now I'm just gonna go around the edges and side with my flow extender. That way we have something for our paint to grab onto. And then I do have a little bit of the brown. Maybe I'll just add a little bit of the brown as well. All right, let's pull these babies up. Okay, I'm gonna start over here and then we'll lip them. Ooh, yeah, look at all those beautiful designs. This is my favorite part by far. Actually, I'm gonna save these for something else. Okay, this one. Oh, those cells are so pretty. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do this. All right, I might use this cup to lip. All right, there's a lot of gold concentrated right here. That's all right, but let me just grab this. And not to destroy some of those cells in there. My goodness, they're so pretty. Oh, I love this area here. That's so gorgeous. Okay. I don't think I'm going to do any more because I really want the cells to shine through. Okay, maybe just one. I always do that. I'm always like, no more. That's good. And then I'm like, okay, just one more. There we go. I think that'll look so beautiful. Okay, maybe one more too over here. Now that I'm looking at it, it's a little bit wonky. So I do have my painter's plastic on the ground here. You may hear that in the video, I apologize. But I know I'm going to be tilting this basically right off of the table. So I'm gonna make a huge mess, probably get some on my shirt, but we'll see how it goes. All right. Let's see where I wanna go off first. So there's a lot of extra paint up at this area. So I think I'm gonna try to target the areas that don't have as much paint first. Let's just slowly move it down. We can take our time, no rush. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I am gonna pop some air bubbles. I see some of them over there. And it makes for some more beautiful cells too. All right, there we go. All right, let's try this again. Okay. Go up this corner first. All right. Back it off and bring it back. All right, let me spin this around here, because then we're gonna go off of this corner over here. All right. I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit. I don't like how that edge, there we go. I was gonna say, I don't like how that edge turned out. Let me just bring it back down to the center. Right. There was a funky edge. We don't want funky edges there. All right, spin it around here. Feel it dripping on my leg, awesome. That's always fun. Okay, all right. Try to get a good grip on this baby. Here we go. All right, I gotta turn it like this. Oh man. Always something. All right, there we go. Okay, feel the weight of the paint here. I'm gonna come down over and just go down on this corner here. Again, doesn't have to go fast. All right. Oh, wow. This is so cool. All right. Ah, I'm losing it. It's slippery. All right. Try to get my my thing back on there. There we go. Okay, and then just bring it down to this last corner, and then we can take a look at what we've done. All right. Gorgeous. Oh my goodness. All right. see if we can't bring it back just a touch. Wow, this gold center is so beautiful. All right, I am gonna lose just a little bit more off this one edge. It kind of stretched out a little bit weird. So let's just go off this edge a little bit. Okay. All right, and then bring it back. Woo! All right, this is really cool. I am loving these colors. Holy cow. These are spectacular. Oh my gosh, the gold and the green. Wait till I bring you down. Hold on a sec. Oh boy, those are beautiful. All right, I think I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna touch up my sides and then bring you down for a close-up of the wet reveal. All right, here we are, close-up of the wet reveal. Look at these cells and lines and colors. Woo! All right, where do I start? Okay, I think maybe my favorite part, it's gonna be hard to choose, but I love this strip here of the yellow, the gold and green coming together with some of this beautiful white lace. Well, it's warm gray lacing, but then you get breaks of the tan and the brown in with the green. Oh man, the details in here are just so pretty. I love all the cell action going over. Here's a little pop of some brown cells within the green. I love that. Oh man, just the movement, and again, yeah, I love the lines and the detail in this. Definitely spring vibes, am I right? Okay, I cannot literally wait to see how this one dries. So that's where I'll see you at the dry reveal. Okay, here we are a few days later. This has dried so beautifully, and I gotta bring you in close because this gold that's popping through, it is just so bright and beautiful, and wow, I love the movement in this. It is intense, it's very earthy, very spring. I love the color combination. And you know what, I was hesitant using the gold in there at first, but it added so much dimension. I love this spot up here where you can see some transparency, beautiful lines. And I was a little bit torn on if I should put this piece vertical or horizontal, but I think this vertical orientation just, the flow just is so magical. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I am in love with this color combo. Well, thank you guys so much for painting with me today. Hope you liked the new angle I went with. I'll probably switch it back to a full body angle next time, but I just kind of wanted to play around with something different and see what you guys think. But let me know in the comments what you think of this beautiful painting. It is giving such spring, earthy vibes, and I'm so excited. It makes me excited for spring, that's for sure. All right, happy painting everyone. Take care. If you could do me a favor and like this video, Subscribe to my channel for upcoming videos. Again, I have so many ideas. I think I'm going to attempt my biggest painting yet on the next one, maybe. So yeah, definitely follow me for more videos and share with your friends if they would think this is interesting as well. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you so much. See you next time.